Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of CampingGearTV.com. I am one half of your hosting party, Ben.
I'm Josh.
As you can see, we are wearing vests.
We are, and they're not just any vests, they're fishing vests by Master Sportsman.
And I know what you're thinking, fishing, camping, but people have been known to camp on fishing trips and fish on camping trips.
People like me.
People like Josh.
Yeah, what about you?
I don't do that.
No.
Generally.
Ben tries to stay away from the real manly stuff.
Right.
Like fishing and trout fishing and stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Not me. I get all the way into it.
Right.
And by all the way into it, I mean all the way into it.
Yep.
So, Master Sportsman, they were kind enough to send us these vests, and I was out at a trout lodge in the middle of Missouri a few weeks back, and had the privilege of wearing this one, which is the Systems Meshback 28 pocket vest. And I had one of my buddies wear this one that Ben's got on, which is a little more lightweight, breathable, maybe more geared towards warmer weather vest, called the North Bay 25 pocket vest.
Smells good.
Both vests have a lot going on for them. You know, and we'll get into some of those details. You can get these vests at Dick's, Mills Fleet Farm.
Where?
Mills Fleet Farm.
No, the other one.
Dick's.
Okay.
Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right.
You might have heard of it.
Yep.
Little place called Dick's.
They're kind of a big company, actually.
Yeah, and you can get them online, different places. So, anyways, let's take a look at some of the specifics on these bad boys. All right. So. This is the Systems Meshback 28 pocket vest, $39 at Dick's or Mills Fleet Farm or online. So it's made of a brushed cotton / nylon shell with a soft polyester lining, as you can see. And then you also can see there's a lot of mesh inside of here, right? So while we're looking at the inside of it, I'll show you some more of these little pockets in here. There's all sorts of pockets in this bad boy. There's one there in the mesh, and then there's two lower ones down here. Little pockets on the interior. Over on the other side here, let me open it up a little more. Over on the other side here, you got more of the same. You got a little bit of a larger pocket here. You could put maybe a set of pliers in there if you wanted to. Something like that would be convenient. A couple more pockets down low. And then the back, as you can see, has some nice mesh, so it's real breathable and whatnot. Back to the front, it's got a ton of pockets for everything, right? So, up here you got, pocket, stick stuff in here, stick stuff in here. While we're up here talking about the top, you can see that it's got these cords that come down, and you can fasten stuff to them, like if you wanted like a little set of pliers or something like that, which are good for getting the hooks out of the fish's mouth. This I really like. Every fishing vest that I've ever had always comes with a cloth thingy-mabobber that you would attach Velcro on like that. This one is more of a foam than cloth, and what I like about it is that it's very easy to get the hooks in and out of. With a cloth one, a lot of times it's kind of a pain to get the hooks out, but this one is real easy. And as you can see, I was not fly fishing. Actually, these are technically flies, but not using a fly rod, using spinning gear. So more pockets here. You can put all sorts of stuff. You could put little tackle boxes in any of these areas if you wanted to. Plenty of room to store all kinds of, leaders, line, stuff like that. You've got some big pockets down below. You can see I've got my face mask out. It was kind of a cold day, so I wore this for a little while. But you could also put more little tackle boxes in here. You got two bigger pockets down low. You got a couple smaller ones here. I would probably put some split shots in these smaller pockets up front if you're using that sort of thing. But you can do anything, you could put maybe a little pint of Jim in one of these pockets down here if you were into that kind of thing. This pocket down here, I have a set of pliers in this one. You know, a couple more little pockets here, more pockets up here, lots of stuff. Here's my trout tag in that pocket. So you know, let's take a look at the back real quick and see what's going on back there. As you can see on the back here, you know, you've got your hook or your ring to put your net on. You've got more stuff up here, right? So you can unzip this, and you know, you can almost take the whole thing off if you want to, and really get really breathable with this thing and the mesh back. And then there's more pockets like this, right, which is very nice. And then you've got even more stuff down here. These are great for putting extra line in, and I think I actually have some in here. Yeah, so a little bit of trialing 2-pound test in there. So that's this bad boy. It's adjustable at the bottom for, you know, your size. And you know, obviously something to know with these is you always want a fishing vest to be a little big on you, because it's good, you know, for when you have to put layers on and that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at our buddy Ben's vest. So this is the North Bay 25 pocket mesh vest, and you can tell that it's a little more lightweight. The other one had solid fabric material here, whereas this one has more mesh, so it's a little lighter and probably a little more breathable, but the trade-off is that it doesn't have as many pockets, okay? And the shell is made of a different material. This one is a poly-cotton poplin shell, whereas the Systems mesh vest had a brushed cotton and nylon shell. So it's just a little bit of a less expensive fabric, and that's how they get the cost of this vest down to about $20, and I've seen it as low as $15 some places online. And that's, you know, this is a great vest. I would wear this all day long. There's no complaints here. It's got the same kind of foam type mechanism for your lures or flies there. You got pockets up here. You got a little pocket here that might be nice for, you know, a little tool of sorts or possibly a lighter. You got more little pockets here, good for, you know, any little thing, maybe split shots again. You got zippers here for stuff. You can put stuff down there, right? You got your rings here. You got more big pockets down here. These are actually very big, roomy pockets here. Again, this thing could hold a lot of tackle, a lot of stuff, a lot of Jim Beam, and a lot of Southern Comfort. These pockets down here, very nice and roomy, and then 4 more of the big guys here. So let's go take a look at the back of this one as well. So on the back of this one, you can see there's a little less going on than the other one, right? So, you know, you unzip this bad boy here, and you can put whatever you want down in there. You know, it basically is one massive pocket. And then again, you've got storage for, you know, really pretty much anything you want back here. I find this area again to be a good place to put a couple extra spools of line. So that's the North Bay 25 pocket vest. Again, this one is $20. So as you can see, you know, these are good vests, good fishing vests. You know, I think for me, primarily trout fishing vests. And a lot of people I know go camping and trout fishing on the same trip. And so, you know, that's why we decided to take a look at these bad boys. You know, we don't review fishing gear, so this is a little bit out of our norm. But sometimes we just take a look at stuff that we really think is cool and that is somewhat related to camping. I happen to really enjoy fishing a lot, so I really was happy to have the opportunity to look at these vests. And I think there's probably a lot of our fans out there and viewers that probably do a lot of fishing as well. And a lot of people have a Dick's or a Mills Fleet Farm, or a Mills Fleet Farm,
right?
Or a computer. And to get one of these for $20 or maybe as low as $15 is really, really a fantastic deal. And this one here for $39, again, I think pretty solid. So,
you know, I will say they are pretty fashionable. You know, you wear this to your up and coming Super Bowl party. And I imagine you're going to have, you know, a lot of conversation going on about your choice of clothing. People are going to be real into what you're wearing.
Yeah, and the nice thing about having stuff like this is that it makes Halloween that much easier. You can, you know, you just go downstairs and put on some of your fishing gear, and you go as a trout fisherman for Halloween.
And really scare the hell out of people.
And if you wear the mask, then you can really get nasty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing we didn't talk about?
What?
You can probably get Gary in here.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't venture out all that much, or at least with us. He kind of just does his own thing.
Right. He's not a fisherman.
No. He's not. He's pretty much just Gary.
Wonder why he's got his pants up like that.
I don't know. That's Gary. Get it together. All right, so that's our episode for today. Make sure you come back, leave comments. You know, check out what we got going on in the next couple of months. Actually, we got a lot going on, so you'll be seeing some updates, not just gear reviews, but a lot more interviews. A couple other surprises coming up.
Have we ever talked about the Twitter on the show?
No, you know what, we haven't.
We don't really talk about it, but you know, we kind of do our part to stay busy on Twitter.
We got a few followers.
Yeah, twitter.com/campinggeartv, and hit us up.
Really, we hope you come and join us at any number of our social networks. We try and make sure we keep them updated with good information, new information, different information than the other networks that have, so that people can stay involved with what we have going on. And I was just today writing some stuff down about how 2011 is just looking to be so busy. Lots of stuff going on for us. Should be really great, so we hope to keep churning out really great content for everybody. And definitely one way to keep up with us is by getting on Twitter, checking out what we got going on. But for now, we will wrap up this gear review, and Gary is saying bye. This is Josh. I'm Ben. We are CampingGearTV.com.